This it's your boy Ink. Welcome back to part two of today arknight stream. Little story to explain why I left. There's a warning. It's not a huge warning, but there's a warning that there's possibly um some mouse in the building, and I've been freaking out because I caught one last week. So yeah, I've been freaking out since then to think that if I saw one, there's possibly more. So the environment assimilation is accelerating at a frightening pace. But there was something even more noteworthy. We found traces of battle, recent ones. A completely barren patch of sea, lacking even marine snow, a warp and shattered stretch of seafloor, clearly pockmarked by micro singularities. Only the fleet of Hashir Legion could be behind that. Listen, you're gonna have to dumb it down for me, dude, because I don't understand shit. As a landwalker, the knowledge of and interest you hold toward Aegir is nothing less than extraordinary. To separate by the boundless sea, Aegir's always been part of Terra. Regardless, Glad and I decided to be back to the city. A risky decision, no doubt. Perhaps a tad. Considerably. As such, we Hunter have been observing it for a while. Before a final operation, I attended a military conference between the Academy of Science and the Academy of Technology. The abysmal Hunter She designer of warfare. Among the battle plan they drew up together, I do not recall anyone calling for a military stronghold to approach Janan with, nor any project involving waterways. Aegir has without a doubt undergone great changes. Her contact with their home territories was completely severed after we slew Isharmla. See, this is possibly... Ugh. It's nice, but it's just that I have no clue. Right? Difficult to determine the truth in the matter of from the information we processed. Yet still hardly reasonable enough for you to return to Aegir. I don't believe I'm the first to try to dissuade you either. Didn't your colleague already do so? If you mean Opianus, you would understand that the land owed no answer for us. We must return to the sea. Terji is to maintain his distance from Aegir, then all the more reason for us to return in official capacity. Ever since I awoke from my dream, the wave would tell me, time and time again, that the lost should return home. The every soul hunter must return. Very well, I understand. Then I'll go with you, Gladia. That would indeed be a rare opportunity for you. I would be representing more than myself on a visit, more than Roland even. I bear as well, even with all that you already bear, they would give you another burden. Was also my decision. Roland in cooperation with the Aberrant Inquisition has only just become much like our own. Stare at Gladia. The underface remained devoid of expression. Even the blowing sea wind failed to seize it. After a short moment of silence, Gladia nodded her head. Especially the girl. I like the way she looks a lot. How many days has it been since we were contacted by IG Iron? Ait su Santidad. Very Christmassy. Is it me or it's very Christmassy? And outside the necessary deployment meeting and to rest, we spent these 8 days here watching the sea. They have given us a concrete time frame for the next contract. I understand you don't wish to miss their next move. Look at the sea before you, Irene. The color of the deep sea bubbled up, nearly indistinguishable from one another. Against the vastness of the ocean surface, the sky seemed gloomy. The water crashed against the reef, whipping up waves several meters tall. Their roar dashing against the small corner of the land. By Iberian standards, an ocean without a hint of sea terror, flesh is a gentle one, no matter how noisy it may be. An oven of mine was once the most important brand of the port. But after the grand port sank into silence, he fled north, past the starving masses to the Iberian interior, to the small town that would one day become the capital. I saw him kneeling by the broken town gate, weeping uncontrollably. From his weeping, the town obtained its new name, Perdonidara. Forgiveness has left us. However, that what people need at the time was not mourning, but consolation. Many prefer to use the shortened form Perdoni. This sounds like Italian though. It really does sound like Italian, which is cool because again, it is all about. It's all about a reference to real world, right? The thing with fantasy, if you're able to get a bit of the real world, it's better than if you're not able to. Um, Now the last side of Iberia, the final legacy of the Golden Age, shine bright once more. What do you think of that single, Irene? Hope and determination. Hope and determination, of course. Ah, you, determination in your eyes brighter than Dario when he was your age. Good, good. But those words, as apparent as they be, are often not the fully corrected answer. After half a century of being pushed back, our fronts finally advancing soon, it will become the new center of the Inquisition. But at the same time, we must necessarily bear everything to the ocean, to seaborne and Nigeria alike. I like the background too. It's very violent but calm at the same time. Yes, Justin, this country can no longer hide its exhaustion and sickness. A simple fact, plain for all to see. There's another fact to consider. We can retreat no further. Maestro. It's been a while, Dona Irene, and it has. Those clothes suits you. Thank you. Oh, Jordy is looking phenomenal. Some of the characters are really well designed. Jordy is one of them. And I don't care how make me sound. Thank you. Alright, there's been an emergency. The lighthouse just picked up signal of unknown origin. Jordy, I think we can already see them. Conan and Irene are faced on the distant sky. The young clerk follows suit. You fit on the spot. They see a school of fins soaring through the sky. What are they? Bionic drone. The islander brought similar creation to the land all those years ago. The maxis of drone crosses the sea of the blink of an eye, matching the height of the towering lighthouse. It will separate itself from the formation and slowly hover before the house. Its wings open and close like fins, like a speck of light dancing in the void, and soon after, an amiable and charismatic female voice resounds to it. Beautiful. Look at this. I don't know if there's the good guy or the bad guy. Kind of hoping. I'm kind of hoping that it's the right guy, but I don't know. People of Earth, do not be alarmed. I greet you. I'm coming to a technology consult of our institute and much supervision. Carmen holds his lantern aloft, looking certainly at the drone before him. Two completely different forms of life face each other, as though dialogue between two different civilizations or a confrontation. Nice. Saint Carmen Iberia, the Iberian Inquisition. It's the first official communication between the two of them. Indeed. You speak our tongue as well as Iberian. I sound Iberian language module before leaving the home territories. I hope you'll forgive me if I ever use the wrong expression. I like having the auto on. It's a bit slower, but at the same time, it doesn't need to be fast. Right? Does it need to be fast? Moreover, forgive me for having no contact. Oh, sorry. A bit too fast, right? This form, Sierra Iberia, I'm not changing for your appearance, Madame Consul. I only regret that it was taking us so long to begin this conversation. Despite your so-called waterway project being more than half completed and close at hand, we Baron find ourselves in complete ignorance of it. Big man, we'd like to invite you to visit our city. As your respect for effort Iberia has made you when you were caught up to the seaborne crisis. Caught up in? Do you mean that you said that every I've faced was merely the effect of your crisis? Let's not be tied down by formality, sir. Recognize the power of language. Your name itself, Carmen Iberia, is a symbol of courage and valor. This is why we came to you. We hope that by researching in accord with Iberia and the other terrestrial nation, we will be able to create a waterway that links directly to the land. I don't understand. Once again, we know that Calcites is a good guy, but we'll clear the stretch of the sea between Aegir home territories and the land, as to facilitate our force coming ashore. I hope I need not to remind you what sending an army to another nation border implies inland. Given the enormity of the coming threat, we will exhaust every means at our disposal to resist it. I'm more than willing to come explain to you in person if necessary, but it would be easier for you to understand the situation if you were to join us in the debt. The fleet and our Legion 8 and X are patrolling and suppressing the seaborne in these waters. They will soon escort you to our city of Emiliarium. The drone formation will continue to defy you of any nearby combat or eventual change until you have safely arrived at the city. There may be unprecedented disaster brewing beneath the wave. A lot of reading. A lot of reading. Seriously, I worry about the heart that is vast. It is an isolated island. The light of drone matrix cut out, putting a stop to their sudden communication. Jimmy's continuing to blow as the old man slowly lowers his lantern. We know who is the old man. What a way that links direct to the land. She's looking, but you don't think it's a good plan? We got up a healthy adult wielding a weapon, loaded to fuse finesse when dealing with an unarmed child. Having a former cooperation partner of this most recent communication. His ability agreed to serve as the Iberia envoy. This abysmal hunter should also have made a decision by now, considering they always have reservation about the waterway. Right away. I'll also keep the other Inquisitor and Grand Pharaoh abreast of the situation. Abreast. Made a recording of your entire conversation with Aguirre Maestro. Please take a look. As for whether you approve me going, I'll call you submitted your application a week ago. Yes, since the Aegir fleet is underway, I was wondering if let's say when you've already made up your mind, it only makes you less persuasive. When I was younger, Uncle Tiago was always worrying about me. He'd tell me, Jordi, you should leave Grand Pharaoh, leave Iberia. But never told me where to go. Aegir was always my homeland under the sea, but I had no way of approaching it. I never heard the voice of Aegir, or seen his cries. Or seen his city, sorry. The Inquisition approved your application, Jordi Fantanorosa. You will serve as an envoy of Iberia and accompany Irene and Calcit to the Aegir city. Don't I mean this is a reward. Your work since running the Inquisition had not been particularly good. Just I mean because she has already readied herself, even going as far as renounce her long-standing fate. Possible ideal of I choose you become bewildered and frustrated. Your weakness will consume you. So this guy, the Saint Carmen, because it was a test. Returning to your omen is another. This guy really feels like a bad guy. I understand. Wow. Upanius, this is the deepest part of the trench. They all go out of his slide to make their nest, but they never noticed before, despite circling its place several times. I saw it too. They said after joining the Austrian native ecosystem, the Seaborn have created a new one that serves only them. They set after destroying a corporation seaborne ecosystem, which were once it only existed in oceanic abyss. Return, Roshanti. I will carry on alone. Swaying its neck in annoyance. Roshanti. Entire continental shelf as changed. I must know who did it. Dale and I to continue the hunt. We will not be parted for too long. Jellyfish. Beautiful, beautiful art. There's a lot of work in there. Just not to use stealth. Luminescent, vegetative, seaborn light up every corner of the nest. There's nowhere to hide in the first place. Help set of spiraling blade, minute and curiosity shape, organic sleep, and perhaps drift along. The rocks in the sea floor cannot be seen. The final of the nether sea brand slowly sway in the currents, catching fragments of organic matter. They weave together into thick mass, joining out any sound Upianus makes. He looks good though. I don't know if he was a bad guy or a good guy, but it looks good. You can sense the change in his own body. His consciousness extends to his, and his body relaxes, as do every cell in his body is trying to respond to something. He's clearly an invader, but the entire lair bloom in response to him. Opianus is only able to see through the approaching seaborn translucent body. You wait for it to spit out its clumsy word while praying or being preyed on by him, but nothing comes. Timur thinks about this thought. Air, sufficient nutriment, shed your cumbersome flesh. Huh. For you I was born, Penance, only for you. And Tango, your dot I guide you. Return to the embrace of we many. You still wait for Opianus. You must know we many kin. You must know. They will soon awake. The Nemesis must return. A new cycle develop the ocean. Leave the ocean. Will awake leave the ocean? We many see a new path ahead. We hurry. Conversation is there between you and the affair of the city. A little battle already. Prime Originum. Okay, a little 30 minutes talk. Not too bad. Not too bad. I want to check out something. I want to check out something not super important, but still. Lithium. This is gonna be the next to go. Let's. Oh, those are amazing. Very cool. Based on Jersey. Oh, these are bad guys. It's a promising volcano, but the location is less than optimal. Auto. It will be difficult to establish a lengthy energy transportation pipeline while sending off seaborne attack. Read the Academy of Technology reports. Pressure from seawater can be used to maintain exploration of the Legend fleet. It will be difficult to guarantee and interrupt energy supply of the beacon. Hydrogen from seawater can be used to maintain. Oh. Whoa, how fast was that? I'm sorry, guys. Too much reading. We will establish a lengthy energy transportation pipeline by funding up the seaborne attack. Did you read the Academy of Technology report? From seawater can be used to maintain, okay, but it would be difficult to guarantee and interrupt energy supply to the beacon. It alone account for half of the entire city energy consumption. Well, they need. It'd be much worse. Our ancestors had to design a bioenergy system for it, maintained through the joint effort of a dozen cities. In this day and age, a system like that would be attacked by the seaborne before it could even be activated. Regardless, we need to find a way to ensure power supply from the beacon. Maybe Appius would know a way. Let me get in. Oh. Forget he's still in the home territories of... under radio silence. We can't actually lay fiber optic cable like we used to. Either what with all the seaborne out there. I mean, it's a day where we could get anyone in the country an allographically call whenever we wanted. Wait, what if we modified the output mode of the energy converter? Very technical. We had extremely limited experience in this area. There was always a safety risk. With you in charge of the cognitive link, I believe the risk is reasonable. Oh, come on and get. Bit more of reading. Well, I'm glad you had the confidence in me, but I'm not. Who knows what? Oops. No. I'm not really confident in me, but I'm not. Who knows what an extended conversation with your cognitive link with our transform countryman do to both our minds. There've been plenty of research into this. Will be as good as long as you keep steady hand. Keep a steady hand. Even in the home territories, there are very few cases of transforced citizen being able to grant a final interview. Most are simply euthanized. Killed. There you go. Much better. Now we're in perfect position. Console command results are radical as always. Which is exactly why I followed her here. By searching through the thread of recent via conversation, giving them a chance to leave a final trace of their sapience in the world. And what better way to send them off than with a stimulate debate? Sadly, most of the survivors the Sea Patrol brings back are already transformed beyond recognition. Precious few have the opportunity to return to the city and receive a final interview. Say, huh? We're witnessing history unfold here, aren't we? I like the way they look, though. They look amazing. It's like a male and female version of the same character. Maybe we're just doing our job. I trust that the Institute of Development Planning faith in you is not misplaced. Make your preparation. Thanks. I see you in the isolation chamber. Excuse me. What the catastrophe under the sea? Ubers in a catapult under the sea. Taken by surprise, the young man lose balance and fell, but an even stranger sight stifled his cry of surprise. You see the passerby float into the air, swimming through it like it's fin through water, paying little heed to the swaying city below. As things return to normal, some land and walk away, continuing the conversation like nothing had happened, while others continue to swim forward through the air. Recall the Algerian ritual the people of Grand Forel had told him when he was younger. Sorry, we're uploading. Get up, Jordy. Right. We're not Iren. This time we hang out, remember to put the device to that Sea Patrol gave us when we landed yesterday. The fourth one, the technician at our report reminded me. I mean, at the briefing video, which one was it again? Okay, sorry guys. Doing two things at once is harder than expected. They make a regular adjustment to the gravity setting as part of what it takes to maintain the low gravity environment of Miliarium. This is just like a fin. I just think you swim better. You want a tour port? Yes, I was interested in the ship and their weapon. Those massive ships that sail like fall beasts through reef and cliffs. Thought Trace of this. Burgon really did recreate IG technology in Iberia, perhaps. I thought Trace. Perhaps we should have sailed our proud armada out into the vast ocean rather than parading our gold-gilded ship along the coast as deterred to those dukes and pasha. Berogan. You look nervous, Jordy. So nervous that you missed the point entirely. I'm just feeling a little out of place. This PlayStation that I imagine, the air is thick and heavy, the ocean above, I thought it chill up my spine, and the glowing plants along the street makes me dizzy. Plus what happened just now. Physical discomfort I could deal with, but these are so many oddities here. Can't even begin to understand yet. The briefing video I gave provided was very detailed, but there's so much that I couldn't comprehend, even after rewatching them so many times. Food move its own without a fork. Clothes clean and sell without having to be removed. These things make sense, kind of. But about Saga, Crunchy Theorem, I can just wrap my head around these. Best I can do for you is now print one of those emergency nutrition and supply device. I know nothing but Grand Pharaoh. This is what it's like to... No, it's not quite an Iberian from a backward village seeing the capital for the first time. The city of gold still exists. The difference here isn't one between small town and metropolis, but almost between two entirely different civilizations. I tried to ask someone for direction, but couldn't understand what they were saying, or whatever it. I was being rude to interrupt. I really like the design of this one. I don't even know how to see me, a Niger and name only. I have my concern too. You're worried too? You of all people, what Iberia did to the Niger after the profound silence. And what kind of country Nigeria is, I always, people view that period of bloodshed. Now they view me, an imagery of blood and honor end. Representing the Iberian Inquisition, I seen the flies of the slaughter. Each shepherd of its own may be thin, but in aggregate. With many angels says, while cleansing the influence of the church and the deep, and the islander were the most affected. Still believe the Inquisition was in no position to be lenient. Country itself tethered on the brink. It was a collective decision that we should go to any length to ensure the nation's survival in a time of extraordinary crisis. That doesn't a sin or crime. I don't believe you need to worry about that. And this one we're fighting. Okay, I like the one on the left. Great massive vesicle to resist the blast from the class 3 weapon, covering the retreat of the other seaboard into the depth of the trench. How is that even possible for biological tissue to be made to resist the force of a micro singularity? But back tissue sample, they've already been sent to our lab through the transport tube. At least they haven't had yet to develop a collective resistance to the class 3 weapon like they have for class 1 and 2. Most of class 3 weaponry is demonstrably superior. But even more concerning is that this individual seaborn was involved, measures failed to counter it. There's more organized than before. The seaborne adaptation to various weaponry over since vegetarians set sail. Did you already foresee this? Advisor Blandis? Blandis to an extent. We need more time to confirm our theory. Thank you, Secunda. Your reporter always supposed to tell that they're not to blink for fear of missing or something. Little Andy gave me some airdrop. And you know that command, Little Andy, just a bad joke. If there's nothing else, I'll be going. I need to speak to the technician about the damage suffered by our ship. I'd rather you stay for just a while longer, so unless you're hurrying to get some rest after work. It is somewhat ironic, considering that you've also received Mirror's elf warning, but haven't seen the doctor yet. Yeah, he's kind of looking sick. Very well, I'll appreciate if you couldn't hear me out. It won't take long, but I need to confirm something. Have you read Gladia report? Then you should know about the old pianist. I thought you'd at least show some sort of reaction. Of course, I'm concerned about the reappearance of the Apple Hunter after 5 years of hands, especially when the waterway program is a key juncture, and the Opus unusual activity are of particular notes. He clearly made contact with Gladi groups and is aware of Milarium. But I don't know what Milarium is, but has made no attempt to establish communication with Aegir. Meanwhile, we heard from our Iberian source that we also declined to work with Iberia. Be proud, arrogant, but he is no fool. He must have his reason to acting solo. Regardless, I need to find out where he is and what he's planning. That old unitarianism, that impatience, is rubbing off on you. We had hoped you'd be better than that. can only pray for your decision making will be more prudent while tracking him. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get Otto. Unless I have faith that you will keep me updated about his whereabouts. We're talking about Avether Blandis. None of us is part of the Abyssal program anymore. You're weapon and technology advisor for the Wide Awake program now. Aren't utilitarian, patient decision the usual business in your field? And should you be getting involved, give information about Ulpianus from Milarium official source, why involve me? Momentary lapse in judgment. I can't fault you for carrying out your duty as pilot of the Sea Patrol. I just ask that you remember what your opponent did for us, for Aegir. Yes, speaking. I'm on my way. Who's missing? One technician of the Battle Away program has gone AWOL. As is from the Institute of Prayer and Committee of Science, we studied the cement and artifact of the prehistoric civilization. I read the journey of the Iberian Inquisition. Jordi, Fontanas, a pleasure to make your acquaintance. This guy is important or what? Don't worry, I didn't come here to lecture. I simply felt it was my duty as a student advisor to free or land-bound friends from their needless concern. What I mean is to say is, I took measure proportions from the extraordinary nature of the time. We can find similar repairs in our own history, even that of the glorious prehistoric civilization. Treating of Sauder as a necessary meant of maintaining social order appear to be an inevitable step in the process of civilization. Besides, we welcome our displaced countrymen to return to the sea, just as we respect the decision of those who have opted to leave. Whether their choice belongs only to them. Change the magnicity, evidence, but the consequences they suffer were. Oh my god. No, it's nothing. Thank you for clarifying. Mr. Avitus, little Andy, please be informed that this area has been designated for investigation. Oh my god. You are advised to proceed the... Okay, sorry. Oh my god. You're advised to proceed to the another area until you have rather unresolved matter here. Ahead of the Saints, the Penal Battalion used them to clean up seaboard enemy, but I never knew why they could talk. Okay. Apparently, people who have brought them to land did not have the time to demonstrate their full capability. Multi-purpose support equipment, normally known as Little ND, they currently offer a function mode, excluding obsolete one. One can sometimes tell their affiliations by looking at the part of the paint job. This one, for example, belongs to the Sea Patrol. Aha. We're very sorry, little Andy, sir. Should I reply? I would be sorry, maybe equipped with a void, but that doesn't mean it's intelligent. That's not nice. Now, with your technology, maybe. True that the topic of assimilate personality fascinates many a researcher. The first attempt was created 230 years ago and continues to operate in this day. In fact, I can put an application for you if you wish to talk to it. However, whether from the perspective of neuroscience, psychology, sociology, or anthropology, Simulator's personality has proven to be rather disappointing in terms of their benefit to research. Perhaps I got an off topic. In short, they remain the stuff of niche research, and we do not consider them suitable for widespread application. The goal of all technology developed is to empower humanity. What purpose is there in turning a machine into a human? I see, fascinating. You said this little Andy belonged to the Sea Patrol. Only they would fit such a powerful loudspeaker onto one. When quite a means of communication available, you could consider it retro. What sort of organization are they? Do they frequently undertake such investigation? Sea Patrol is part of a legion. They perform a supporting role in combat, and as well as regular reconnaissance, patrol, security, and disaster response duty. Emergency sweep like this are rare, but with the waterway program at such a critical moment, it's only reasonable for them to be on high alert. Not only am I allowed to remain here, but it's not recommended but not forbidden. Then I'll wait here. I'd like the chance to speak to Sea Patrol. Very well, and you, Jordy? I'll be going. Do you mind if I ask some question? Of course not. There's a limit to what I can answer outside of my specialty, though. See, like a nonsense guy. Perhaps I could show you a place better suited for such a conversation. The Sophon Theatrum. You sleep well, Doctor? You seem a little haggard. It's the air pressure and humidity. Yes, the Aegers seem to have retained some of the aquatic traits. Are you not feeling well? Just a little short of breath. Kinda, yeah. Besides, oh, sorry. Besides, let me know if you feel the comfort. Besides, to be frank, if there may be another reason for your reaction. Does anything worry about a year in the depth of the ocean seem familiar to you? Maybe, but only vaguely. I know it may be difficult, but remembering even the slightest detail could be of the greatest help to us all. Sorry, guys, just a lot of reading. Sorry, I can't remember anything else. Which is the perfect way for us to be like, hey, we're learning with him, but still. It's okay, just try to relax, Doctor. That's awfully nice. Seeing the preserver and hasten the pace, which you call the truth, even though I had hoped you would not touch upon what you'd forgotten so quickly. No one knows when your path or suffering will end, not even yourself, in that we are all powerless. What we do know is that we have an encounter with the abyss. The ocean is just another part to your past, and we are finally upon it. That's spoiler. You seem excited. That is satisfaction. Yes, I wanted to set foot in Nigeria countless of times. Oh, that's why she said I volunteer, you know? No, I have waited on the wait. Foot on Aegir, until now I have waded to the shore and drifted to the wave. I have witnessed Lighthouse and the Armada turn from ideas to reality. Breogan had never given up on re-establishing communication with Aegir through such means. But all of his effort ended in failure. Aegir never welcomed home their potential son, much less opened their door to outsider. Okay, sorry. But now, they are even more eager to cooperate than I had anticipated. We need no longer waste effort to persuade a proud and aloof giant. I can't deny feeling happy about that. You don't look particularly happy. I'm afraid there is. A protective stance indicate that they have a plan for making contact with the land. But even the most moderate of their measure may seem too radical for land-bound civilization. A single gesture of goodwill could cause a massive storm. We should intervene as soon as possible. So enter a good entry point. Children weren't concerned too. They are neither. Oh, sorry. The other situation, to Aegir, they are neither emissary nor guests. Vice President, the most radical project in Aegir history, come back to life after being declared dead for 5 years. When they return home would only cause. Fuck the reading, dude. Come on. Controversy. You're back. What's Gladia? Some fellow called her away. I thought your priority upon returning would be checked it up, but possibly more urgent. But once Gladia done with their interview, I guess Caddy and I are gonna go do some stupid checkup. Swordfish and I are fine. Shark change might be a little problematic. There's no originium in the ocean. Somebody go paper before I underwent the surgery. Even back then, they had advanced knowledge of medulla regeneration and replacement. They should be able to help her. You need to worry, doctor. I've inspected myself in the mirror on that great ship. On returning, these endless dreams still creep up on me like bubbles, but they also become as light as... Okay. Bubbles. Besides, I feel like I have one more regret about losing those dreams. It's like I'm fucking reading a book that I don't... But for now, I'm as excited as ever. I'm lucky for you. I'm not even in the mood to take you on a tour of a city. I'm even on a mood to take you out of the city. Oh, let's go. Battle. Haha, let's go. Beautiful. Look at this. Beautiful. So what I'm going to do, of course... Okay, so what we'll do... Yeah, we'll do too.
Crash the mission briefing. Get lost. Understood.
Nice.
Who says there's always a countdown? Your lives are mine to protect.
Ooh.
Very well. All ends on the A warrior must be ready to face death on the battlefield.
Nice. Lobos. Which surprisingly isn't the one I use the most. I possibly use Lobos the least.
Forward.
Okay, good.
Ready.
It's all right. I have plenty of patience.
That is so cool.
Poor little guy. It's your unlucky day.
Morning star, the illumination of wisdom.
Kind of want to put Lapland on the background. I love Lapland, but I kind of want to have another Vanguard.
Mission accomplished.
Did you think we were touring a museum? We were looking at shit like they were exhibits. The third place I mistook for a museum. What gravity reversing here? Why is water flowing into the pillars? So that even I can explain. Technology had advanced a lot in 5 years. But that tower, this launch pad at the heart of the city. Connected to this a beacon launcher, one with plenty of history. You know about it, sharks. Parents took me around from this home territory when I was little. There is similarity between the geometry structure and many city. I thought the children were raised collectively. I was, but shark has a special relationship with our biological parents. They're more like friends than parents. They reach a consensus with the Institute of Incubation to bring me along whenever they work on a new dome project. So again, things that I don't know. You know what? I'm kind of liking the way she looks now. It's not super cool, but kinda. I don't know. Now, what is kind of cool is she's giving her a nickname, which is Shark, when her name is Spectre. But because she looks like a shark, I guess. Spent most of my time in the Institute of Incubation, but I was only able to see the cities, learn, and even work alongside them. So this is what a Become Launcher is for. Exactly. What it sounds like. It launches beacon to mark the waterway. There are some huge beacons. How big is the waterway anyway? There are some huge beacons. Almost mastered the ocean around 300 years ago, visually using natural energy in its various form, recording every seafloor trench in her own navigation chart. Then we cast our sight on other ocean, one brimming with stars. Our fleet and even our city are meant to cross that boundaries that should never have existed and light the fires of separation between the barrier. Beyond the barrier, the preserver was right. Dr. Kristen achievement is not beyond Agar range. The sea and the sky are closer than we thought. People are back when I tried plenty of things. Surveying, deciphering the electron cloud, developing new technology and materials, exploring forms of life that can adapt to space. The beacon launcher is a product of the era. It was intended to capture even the faintest signal from the stars, playing beacon that would never fade from the star chart. A nano machine swarm would form a network between the beacons, allowing us to travel vast distance in an instant, or so we dreamed. You never told me any of this before. Lucid moments were hard to come by on land. Yesterday, I jumped once again out walking through the Somontiatrum, straight into that epoch. Then I saw Laurentina dance. She leaped from the wave of the star, stirring up stardust that trailed the hem of her dress. From afar, the voice of the master of all creation answered her in songs. The verse and imagination know no bound. Laurentina dance will never cease. Close her eyes. I start sinking back into the dream. Huh? What is it? Just trying to picture it. It's a beautiful dream. Laurentina, perhaps that day will come dream. Before pushing upon the door to the stars, they wanted to prepare themselves for any threat beyond the barrier. That is, until the seaborn appeared and interrupt the dream. We've poured all of our effort into studying them, setting aside all else, art, science, and provisions vision for the future. Super fundamental change, Agir. What did you become? What did you do before becoming a hunter? Kinda I care about her a lot more than Victor, because she's somebody that I saw often. Me? I was at the best technician at the Institute of Facility Management. I could keep an entire city underwater lightning array running on my own. The Institute of Development Planning career proposal was pretty much what I was thinking, so I accepted. Now, the question is, are they related because they both have same hair, same eyes? Working by yourself can be lonely, but it's not such a bad thing. Playing with the giant fins in the reef or lighting up the ocean while daydreaming. Secondly, Doctor, we share a lot of opali. Because they've changed. Wait a second, was they skipped? Secondly, Doctor, we share a lot of info during our time together, but we've never talked about our old life because they changed. I guess you're right. Sorry for bringing up something so heavy on tour. You're all good, girl. We all have the wave in the world hanging above our head. Would you care to share a dance before dealing with all this bother, Doctor? Oh, I like her. I like her design a lot. Gladia. Gladia and simply goes for a weapon as the woman approaches her with summoning a sword in her hand. All she does is put her arm around Gladia's shoulder. Gladia smells stimulant in the air. She does not make an habit of greeting each other with physical contact. She could not remember even her mother ever doing so. But his woman action felt completely natural. Consuelo Clementia? Unaware that what's the standard salute between chief design and of warfare. Nothing makes me happier than seeing the hunter return as lucid as ever. Your soldier reaction when they first saw me suggests otherwise. The operation in Fishburne cost here at all of its abysmal hunter. Segura made many rescue attempts. Segura made many rescue attempts, but was unable to penetrate the rampaging mass of Severn that guard the region after the death of the twin flame. Your mother, Horacia, had no choice but to publicly declare you dead. But I know her, she doesn't really believe that. Or perhaps Consuelo Horacia, for most of the Institute of Scientific Development Planning, simply could not accept that I had died for nothing. I know her too. But I don't think it's appropriate for a meeting between two chiefs thinking of warfare to revolve around a complicated mother-daughter relationship. Of course, of course. Look at a city. The Council of Puchivedas sits high on the sky. The seawater hangs above their head. The temperate dome serves as a gentle mirror, warding off the deep and flooding void while granting the IG the source of introspection. Beneath the dome, the entire city is bathed into a blue hue. The beacon launchpad stands tall as the center, while ships glide in and out of the distant dock like school of fin. The sea itself is no colors, only darkness, Mediterranean sand and its murky depth like a vision eye of civilization, sharply and luminous. We once met at many cities. One by one, the star and the sea went out, becoming substance of the seaborn. Yeah, it's a weird culture, but I like it. Life on the seafloor are the colorful, eerie nests. So, guys, we have to stop the stream here. And I'm going to do another one for the rest of the... We'll do, you know what? We'll do another one. There you go.